iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Well, it's time for our podcast, friend.
There's some controversy. Vogue magazine has featured a 2-page ad for Guess. No, don't guess. Guess is the brand name.
We're doing a quiz.
Okay, Guess. And your soul?
Guess?
And the model looks absolutely gorgeous. She's been revealed to be AI. It was written in tiny, tiny lettering down the side of one of the pages. Vogue magazine not even using actual models. We talk about that.
TikTok Tucker, today, after last week, you made, what was it, tuna?
It was a tuna salad that had pineapple, it had mayonnaise, and it had chopped up banana.
Yeah, and I said, please, I abide by TikTok Tucker. I do sample these foods, but, just stop using banana. So what do we do today?
Beef and banana.
Beefy banana. Also, Lizzie Pearl and Steve Marshall from ACA are going to be joining us.
They've got a new podcast about what goes on behind the scenes at ACA.
I do like the, I'm in it for
I
the
know
promo.
you're in the for the
Sleaze of squeeze. Sexual harassment on a stepladder. Lynn's only 4.5 feet tall. And when she climbed up to reach something at work, her boss Laurie would grope her bottom with both hands.
With
both hands. Also, the tribal drum is beating for bad time to get a cramp. Not in both hands when you're trying to grope someone.
That's all coming up in this podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy
What a creep.
and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Mrs. Muntz.
Hello, how are you?
I am very well. Apparently there's a hectic fire in Epping. That's just all I heard. I don't know if the police used the words hectic.
Well, emergency services have been called to fire in Epping. The cause is currently undetermined.
Righto.
Hey, this time yesterday when we came to where I said that my friend Melanie and her daughter Jess were heading to the hospital. Melanie donated her kidney to her daughter Jess, who was in renal failure. It all went well.
Good.
So I just want to, if you're following the story, Mel's surgery was in the morning and she headed to recovery, so we heard phew, she's okay.
Yep.
All went beautifully. Her kidney was perfect. Then it was Jess's turn. So then in the afternoon, that kidney was transplanted into her daughter Jessica, and then we heard later in that afternoon that her surgery has gone well as well.
I always imagine them just lying side by side.
No, that's what
and
I
the doctor
pictured as
goes,
well.
Handballs it to the next guy.
No, that's what I pictured as well. But they both have individual teams. And part of that is the protocols of being a donor and a recipient. Mm-hmm. And I was reading up that over 50%, but only just over 50% of kidney recipients or organ donors have organs from a living donor, from a relative.
Wow.
So that shows that nearly 50% rely on organ donation. So these Jess and Mel were the lucky ones that their tissue sampling and all of that was able to allow Melanie to donate to Jess.
What a world we live in.
What a world we live in. And so all is well. They've came out of the surgery with flying colours and phew. Everyone's relieved.
Get well, ladies.
Absolutely.
Action-packed show today. We've got Lizzie Pearl and Stephen Marshall joining us from
Look
ACA.
at you, Stephen Marshall.
Stephen, I like to
You
call him.
hang out with him.
Yep.
I've met him a couple of times. He's a lovely man, and so is Lizzie, so I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Because Ali Langdon is up for the Logie.
And so is Current Affairs, a show.
gong. I understand at the after party she's going to be enjoying
drugs, prostitutes, and a very expensive steak.
I'll be sitting with her.
We'll run that past them. But we could also run some of the promos. What is your favourite promo from ACA? Because really, I'm just in it for the promo.
I know which one you like the best. Was it about up the ladder?
No, I haven't got that here.
Short-statured woman that had to climb
I'll
the ladder.
find that. I've got the...
Pregnant mum's most treasured moments, but they're all fake. Hundreds of women fleeced by Australia's ultrasound ogre.
The ultrasound ogre.
Mm-hmm.
What about the cul-de-sac of creeps?
The cul-de-sac of creeps.
What about the sleaze of squeeze? Oh, no, I've got it.
Sleaze of squeeze. Sexual harassment on a stepladder. Lynn's only 4.5 feet tall, and when she climbed up to reach something at work, her boss Laurie would grope her bottom with both hands.
I mean, one hand is different, but both hands. Too far.
Hands, come on.
Too far.
So I look forward to catching up with those guys. Instagram makes its return. We gave away $1,000 yesterday, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Here is question number 1. What currency does Japan use?
Jam Nation.
We have the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Speaking of hectic, I am looking at the recipe for today's TikTok, Brendan.
Yes.
Did you bring in your Eno? Not your Brian Eno. Your Eno. You
do
might
they
need
still
it
make
today.
Eno?
Do they? I think they do. I think they do.
Jeremy of Narellan Vale would know. Hello, Jeremy.
Good morning.
Hello. You know, it's one of my defining images as a child is watching my dad chew down on the Eno or scalp the liquid Eno.
You didn't
didn't have chewy ones. You can buy them now as in chewy form.
No, that was Quickies.
Quickies.
You might as well just eat chalk.
Quickies.
Eno was an antacid.
Yeah, same thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's to settle. It's to settle.
No, of course, they both do the same thing.
Yeah.
But one is a chalky thing and one is an antacid.
Okay.
Jeremy,
well, it
feel
wasn't
free
an ant. It was my father.
Okay.
Jeremy, you're getting these jokes for free, and I hope you enjoy.
Was that a joke?
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Thank you. Question number 1 for you. What currency do you use in Japan?
Yen.
You have a yen for it. Oh, my gosh. I'm just on fire. I'm hectic.
Which band sings Hotel California, Jeremy?
The Eagles.
Which brings you to Siri Sings, Jeremy.
Steve walks warily down the street with his brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat?
Do you know what the song is, Jeremy?
I do. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of it.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Hectic. Do you know the answer to that?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We are into the Magnificent Seven.
We're into it big time.
We are in. It's not hectic like the fire that was described
Can I tell
earlier.
you what's happened in the
Epping.
fire?
You got more breaking news on
Yeah, so at about 5:30 this morning, emergency services were called to a restaurant in Epping following a report of a fire. Fire and rescue services worked there. A 55-year-old man was located inside a unit above the restaurant. He has been taken to hospital.
Okay.
And if they're investigating the circumstances around the incident. If you have information, you can go to the Ryde Police or to Crime Stoppers.
Ooh.
1-800-333-000.
Hectic. You got a bit of the Ray Hadley going. I can see why people like doing talkback radio because you just...
you pick up bits of paper and read.
And you just spew out the information.
You just read.
If we get some boxhead to block up the Galston Gorge, that'd be great.
He's hosting the show.
Sonia is in Lethbridge.
Hello, Sonia.
Hello.
Hello, you've come in time for Siri Sings.
Siri sings.
What song is Siri singing here?
Steve walks warily down the street with his brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go.
Any idea what that song is?
Another One Bites the Dust.
That's it. Brim pulled way down low. I never knew that was the lyric. Thank you, Siri.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. A brimple or something.
A brimple?
I don't know what a brimple is, but it was pulled way down low.
Apart from their ears, which body part does an elephant use to hear distant sounds with? Sonia, is it A, their tail, B, their trunk, or C, their feet?
C.
It is. It's their feet.
Were you having a guess there, Sonia?
Yes.
And it works because they sense these vibrations through their feet and that allows them to hear more than just with their ears.
That's why you shouldn't have their feet as footstools in your house.
No.
Because then they can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you shouldn't put your umbrellas in their feet.
Walking around in the Serengeti with 3 legs.
Handlebar.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
No, you do it.
Handlebar, El Bandito and horseshoe are types of what, Sonia?
Horseshoe.
Handlebar.
Handles.
What did Sonia say?
She said handles.
Maybe I'm going deaf.
Graham's in Glenwood.
I dream of it. Hello, Graham.
How we doing?
Doing all right, Gray.
So handlebar, El Bandito, horseshoe are types of what?
I'd say they might be moustaches.
Yes, they are.
Oh, mustaka. Which athlete is known as the lightning bolt?
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
What about old Gout? He got done by that little 16-year-old Japanese kid. You know, Gout's just starting to rise.
Well, Gout might then overtake him.
Yeah, but you know, Gout.
You wanted him to have a couple of years clear.
You want to be, you get to Easy Street for a bit. You got to be on Easy Street.
I don't think there is such a thing as Easy Street when you're an athlete.
It's like this business.
Yes, this business.
There's always someone in the wings ready to take over.
Question 7 for you here. Sir Michael Hill passed away yesterday at the age of 86. He founded which jewellery brand?
Hill Jewellers.
Well, what's the actual name of it?
Michael Hill Jewellers.
Yeah, that's it. And we don't want this celebratory news at the music at the end here. He did pass away yesterday.
Of course he passed away, but that's how it all works out. Congratulations to you, Graham. You've won the Jam Pack. Inside an Amasim 365-day SIM plan valued at $300. 240 gigabytes of data with unlimited standard calls, SMS and MMS. $100 to spend at Shein. Search Romwe on Shein and shop 60% off. Also, Jonesy and Amanda character choice for your colour and some standard pencils. Graham, anything you want to add to that word salad?
No, all good. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Here's cheers, everyone. Jonesy's back on
Jonesy!
Yes, TikTok Tucker is coming up a little bit later on. Last week, I don't know.
It was tuna and banana salad with some pineapple and mayonnaise. What's wrong with you, Brendan, that you didn't like it?
I could live with the tuna and the pineapple. It was the banana. I think where banana is just meant to be by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I look at you, I see a second banana.
Because I've got appeal.
You do. Let me flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. Oh, on this day in 1991, Guns N' Roses released a cover of Paul McCartney's hit Live and Let Die. You know that song.
But you like this one. You've said of all the covers, you think this was a really successfully good one.
When they did Knockin' on Heaven's Door, which was great, which sounds like Axel's cleaning his nose. That's good. I sympathy for the devil, though. I think that was a bit of a miss. Live and Let Die, though, that's what we're talking about here. Did you know the former Guns N' Roses manager, Alan Niven, he's got a book out at the moment. He was just talking about how the boys set the world on fire in 1987, their Appetite for Destruction tour. And they were just smashing stuff up on stage and people were blowing up and they were saying, this is terrible, what are you going to do about them? He actually encouraged their antics because as a young man, he remembered watching the Sex Pistols on primetime telly back in his homeland of England.
I'll never forget seeing the Sex Pistols on tea-time British television berate an interviewer as being dirty Suddenly, they were on the front page of every tabloid paper in the nation, which made them bad and nationwide overnight. Everybody suddenly knew who the Sex Pistols were, which probably saved them about 5 years of touring.
See, if you smash up some stuff, then we don't have to do this.
I was going to say that was what the Seekers attempted to do as well.
What happened?
They went crazy on the Bert Newton show,
and they threw
smashing things up.
Threw Milo everywhere.
Opened up the sandwiches. Dreadful.
You know, I tell you what, Logie's on Sunday night. You're our representative. So do your worst.
Do my worst.
Do your worst.
I think the worst has already been done at the Logies.
Why don't we put on some Guns N' Roses 24/7 on Gold?
Jam Nation.
Guess, I'm not asking you to guess anything. I'm talking about the brand Guess. Big brand. They sell all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Expensive brand.
Yeah, bags and stuff.
Yeah, bags, watches, clothes, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Yes. They have...
Well, you did say guess.
They've featured a new campaign in Vogue magazine with this beautiful model. But and she looks gorgeous. Blonde hair. She's kind of very curvy. Do you want me to show you a picture? Have you got a picture in front of you?
I've got a picture. You've got a handout.
She's curvy. She looks a bit like...
Oh, she's...
Is it Hannah Waddingham who's in...
yeah, it's like...
What's movie? That's that TV show with the soccer...
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. So she's curvy.
Hannah Waddington...
And a young Denise Richards in the face.
And Sofia Vergara.
So she's
all there.
She's very sexy.
The trifecta.
Girl next door looks amazing.
Who's she? Who's this girl?
Well, her name here, does she have a name? Her name, I'm not sure, maybe it's Serafina. But what people have discovered, you don't normally know the models' names in the ads. She's in a Guess ad that's featuring in Vogue, or not a Guess ad, it's a spread. So it's an editorial. What has happened, though, it's a 2-page spread.
Yep.
If you look very closely down the side, and who's going to do that? Because I've had to zoom in to see it. She isn't real. She is AI.
Oh.
And there's a big furor around this. People are saying to boycott Vogue, to boycott Guess.
Yeah.
But Vogue, of all places, which is a magazine that that features humans as models. They used to say there's only 8 supermodels in the world because to be so genetically perfect is not common.
Proportionately, all that stuff.
All that stuff. And through the years, we've had many different looks. We've had the waif look, the heroin chic, the curvier, the body positivity models. There have been a variety of different...
The guys from Lowe's.
The variety of different looks that have graced the pages of Vogue. So you have to deal, as a reader of Vogue and a purveyor of these photographs, you have to set your mind to the perfect genetics you're looking at, and then all the airbrushing that you're looking at.
Well, there was that whole campaign about women protesting about photoshopping and stuff like that.
Don't Photoshop out my rolls.
So this is taken out.
Don't Photoshop out my sausage roll that I'm eating during this photo shoot.
This has taken out
This
the
has
whole
taken
thing.
the next level.
That's what you get for whinging, I guess.
Oh, no, this isn't what you get for whinging. What do you mean?
Well, you complain about it.
Complain about what?
The editor of the magazine says, okay, I tell you what, I'll take you right out of the equation. So morally, this is okay.
Is it okay?
Well, you're not photoshopping someone. It's not a lie. The person doesn't exist.
Yeah, but you
so
have
it's
to
the same as like when an artist of the Renaissance did a painting of someone and they would have license with it.
But the difference is, or maybe there's no difference in that women, young girls look at this and see this look as aspirational. They already have to deal with, as I said, that person has an amazing genetics and the airbrushing. But it's a different thing altogether that they have created the most perfect human. And not only that, they're putting models out of work. Vogue magazine, who makes its living by featuring models, is putting models out of work.
But then wouldn't there be solace in the fact that you know that that's not real and that's not someone...
But do you know, that's the thing, it's not written in big lettering across the top. You've got to look really hard to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got AI influencers. Remember all that?
That's
Just
right.
a couple of weeks ago, we were discovered when I was sitting at the soda pop fountain, it was discovered that a number of influencers... They're completely fake, completely AI.
Hang on, you say influencers are fake?
But, well, that's the point. Does it matter? It's interesting, isn't it?
Next, I'll be on Married at First Sight.
Watch this space. I'm going to out our network here on one of it was not our radio station.
Yeah.
There was an AI announcer. It's a big deal.
That's scary times.
This is our version of this. Yeah. There are millions of humans wanting these jobs.
Of course.
Don't give it to a machine. AI was supposed to do our laundry and the boring stuff that we didn't want to do to free us up to be creative and interesting. And instead, we're the servants to AI who are doing the creative, beautiful poetry and painting.
There is a young model right now who is about to contemplate a Guzman breakfast burrito, but instead is going to eat a lettuce leaf and an ice cube so she can be a model. Now, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, now she's out of a job. Is that better?
I don't know.
Watch this space.
What do you keep saying, watch this space?
I keep saying watch this space. I don't have a solution for it, but
there's no answer.
But there's lots of complaints for Vogue and Guess. Will the pushback mean anything, or do they just say, get used to it, here we go?
AI won't replace us. You get a monkey from the zoo to replace us.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test.
Bloody good idea.
Let's have a discussion about this. Notes. And you were talking about how you write handwritten notes. My wife writes handwritten notes, lists. She loves writing lists.
This came up on my my sort of book group chat the other day, on our WhatsApp chat, because someone had written an article that was shared amongst us about using notes on the phone. Do you use your phone's little notes app?
Mm-hmm.
And I occasionally do. I might write a few bits and pieces, but then I don't archive them. So if I'm looking for something, I can never find it. So I'm using the technology, but not properly, so I never find it. And in the midst of that, a few of us were saying how we still use handwritten notes. And I loved this. This was a post I saw yesterday. Anybody else have a smartphone with 47 apps, but still take handwritten lists to the grocery store like it's 1986. Because you need that satisfying pen drag as you cross off cheese. No digital check mark can do that. And when you're done, you crumple up that defeated piece of paper and you toss it in the trash like the productivity champion that you are.
I like when you get a shopping trolley and it's got someone else's list in it.
Yeah. See, people still write...
It's like your own personal Morgan Gallup poll. You know, okay, what are you getting? Yeah.
Because you can do a shopping list on phone, on notes, which I do, but it's not as satisfying as something that you just write on the back of an envelope. Having said that, I occasionally do lists on the back of an envelope, then forget to take it anywhere.
I wrote a list, more sort of a plan of stuff that I needed from Bunnings. So I wrote it all down and then I took a picture of it with my phone.
I do that too.
And I thought, well, what am I doing here?
I do that too. But we have all this technology that's supposed to make these things more efficient for us. Are you still writing handwritten notes?
The handwritten notes pass the pub
That's
test.
what we're asking you this morning.
Jam Nation. Jonesy and Amanda.
You don't have to do anything. You just sit there in the bimbo seat and I'll do it all. And when I say bimbo seat, I mean, with all due respect. Well, you're going to have to do a little bit of cooking. TikTok Tucker is coming up.
Absolutely. Last week's was hideous. It was, and you sort of ate around the bit you didn't like. It was a salad, and I love a salad, but this one was tuna. Love that. Celery. Love that. Mayonnaise. Great. Then there was some banana. That's the bit that brought it unstuck.
That's your problem right there.
That's your problem right there.
Also from ACA, Steve Marshall and Lizzie Pearl are going to be joining us. They've got a new podcast coming out.
What goes on behind the scenes at ACA.
What is behind the promo? Great promos like...
The mystery dumper with a dirty habit.
Your curb is
My curb.
toilet.
Yes.
The dak dropper who keeps calling at Pat's place.
He's come at least 15 times.
Who is the poo bandit? A current affair next.
Did you add the fart?
No, I promise. Hand on heart. That's all ACA. I can't claim the credit for that.
The dak dropper.
Looking forward to that.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
How often do we handwrite things these days? We've got so much technology and we've got notes apps, we've got all kinds of stuff for our note-taking. But are you still using handwritten notes? I saw someone post saying there's nothing quite like taking the back of an envelope to the shop, scribble off what you've bought and crunch it and chuck it out like you've actually achieved something. Handwritten notes, do they still pass the pub test?
Yes, I still write every shopping list out on a piece of paper. I find it easier than walking around with a phone in hand. It's piece of paper.
Technology, writing a handwritten note is absolutely perfectly fine. The problem is remembering to pick it up as you're walking out the door to go to the shop. So yes, they do pass the pub test.
They do. They're certainly a lot more handy than having to fish your phone out from your handbag or your pocket, and you get to toss them later on anyway.
Yes, they do. I write handwritten to-do and shopping lists all the time, but I write them on the back of envelopes, so I'm actually recycling the envelopes.
Oh, yes, they do, because I have a list on my fridge, and when things to use, they write it on the list, and if it's not on the list, I don't buy it.
I think the handwritten notes pass the test because once you write it down, it actually logs it into your brain. You look at it, and it's all in your head then.
Actually, that's
I like
true.
that.
That is true.
Yeah.
The process of writing helps
down.
you remember it more.
And also, I like the Irish lilt as well with that. It just sounds nice. If everything was like that, everyone would listen, wouldn't you?
Sure.
Jam Nation.
You hungry?
Starving.
It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad duck enough.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. It tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker, we make food from TikTok and eat it. Reporting live from the Gold Kitchen.
That's what we're doing.
I've enlisted Ryan to fill in for Brian.
No, Brian to fill in for Ryan.
Brian has filled in for Ryan, but we've got another Ryan. We've got Ryan with a Brian sandwich.
Well, look, I've got a hot stove working here, so let's not dilly-dally.
Okay, what are we making today, Mum?
You like tacos. I mean, you like,
taco.
Well, that's right. We don't have taco shells, but we're doing the taco basics. So I'm cooking some mince. We're going to make a little casserole-y kind of a thing. So last week you weren't happy. This week I also have a mystery ingredient this week.
Yes.
Cottage cheese.
Oh, I don't mind cottage cheese, except when it's on my thighs.
Well, the cottage cheese here is going to be done as a garnish at the end. So what I'm doing is I'm heating up the mince. The person who made this on TikTok said it was delicious. So I'm browning the mince. While that happens, I also add our Mexican seasoning.
Yep.
Let's pop in our Mexican seasoning. I've got gloves on because it's a bit manky. Pop in the seasoning.
To staff members as they come into work.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Oh, yes, radio station.
Make yourself comfortable. Get yourselves a coffee.
Not a place of entertainment.
So I'm still browning the mince. That's not going to take a little... It smells like BO now, doesn't it, when you put the taco mince in? Now, this is where something else happens.
Yes, what?
So I'm brown...
You've got to brown that mince a bit more.
Oh, you brown that mince.
I'll brown it.
Here is where another mystery ingredient is added.
Well, last week you added bananas to the salad, and I didn't like it at all.
We're not adding bananas to a salad.
Okay, good.
I'm adding bananas to the mince.
Oh, no.
This recipe is called beefy banana. And the girl who made this, she put in 4 bananas. I'm not going to do that. 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas, 4. No, if anyone remembers the banana splits, you probably need some new health insurance. I'm going to slice up 2 bananas. The girl who made this said it was delicious. It's beef mince, it's taco seasoning, it's bananas. That's browning now. Now we add our bananas. It's bananas, and then when you serve it, there's cottage cheese and coriander on the top. And apparently, she said it was delicious. And why wouldn't I believe someone on TikTok?
Are you just making this up?
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And she didn't look like she was one of those rage bait people who says, I'm adding Vegemite to my underpants or anything. She sincerely looked like it was delicious.
I noticed you've already done that today.
And you've moved into the Nutella. So what we're doing... We've got mince, we've got taco seasoning and banana, and it's all coming together beautifully.
Well, let's let that percolate.
It's got to percolate, as Brendan says. Let's let it percolate. Quickly, Brendan, how do you say nuclear? Nuclear.
What's the matter with you? So strident today.
Am I? I'll add another banana, shall I?
I'll leave you in the kitchen to cook away. And I'll get, we've got Helen's ready. She's got the news coming up next. And Brian will press that button right there.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Never fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
It's not a bad taco, though.
Just fall off the bone. That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
Well, she's back from the kitchen and in the studio for TikTok Taco.
So we're about to eat our beefy banana. 500 grams of mince. It says 4 bananas. I've put in 2. Mexican seasoning. It smells delicious, and the banana in it looks like it's some kind of gnocchi arrangement. You can't see it's banana.
I love gnocchi.
Everyone's talking about how they want more protein. Well, maybe everyone also needs more potassium. So anyway, what we do
Isn't
now...
it bad for your heart?
Bananas?
Potassium.
No. Now I'm going to put a dollop of cottage cheese, not even sour cream. The recipe calls for a dollop of cottage cheese on the top.
And you put this in as a garnish or?
Well, just as a dollop on the top.
Yep.
And then we get some coriander. Just sprinkle that on the top.
Most people, a lot of people, I think it's 1 in every 5 people.
Think it tastes like soap?
Yeah.
Are you one of those?
No,
I'm
no.
not. Neither are you.
I love
Now, take
when I get
this.
my banh mi.
Take that.
I put it. Just be careful across the desk here. That's
Okay. Now, when I say go, we're going to bite into our beefy banana mince, bananas, Mexican seasoning, cottage cheese, and coriander. You have to take a bit of everything.
Can I say this to you? It looks good.
It does. You have to take a bit of banana in the mouthful.
No.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you got a bit of everything?
I've got a bit of everything.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, okay.
Yum.
Wow.
Yum.
Wow.
I cannot believe it. I don't know why, but that really works.
It works.
Why is it working?
I don't know. You can't even taste the banana. The banana has, as you say, a gnocchi consistency.
It just gives it a tinge of sweetness.
Yeah, but...
That is... And the cottage cheese, you don't need sour cream. It's cottage cheese. I'm going to have another mouthful. That is actually very nice.
By and large, I don't like hot banana. But here, I'm enjoying hot banana.
That works. We will put this recipe on our socials. We're not mocking when we say that actually works.
No, this isn't like a giant...
Go and sniff a bum, which you've made me do occasionally, saying it smells lovely. This is delicious. And we've got some sriracha. I didn't even put that on. You could if you'd like.
Oh.
That's yum.
We'll save that for sniffer bum. Well, team success.
You hungry?
Oh, surprising.
What you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad duck enough.
Just fall off the bone. That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker is such a surprise sometimes.
It is indeed.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damn Nation Podcast.
Well, we've welcomed in Lizzie Pearl and Steve Marshall. They've walked into our banana and beef burps. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good morning. It does smell like Mexican in here.
It smells good. Yeah. Well, yes. Actually, it didn't taste as bad as we thought it was going to taste. Now, you may not know, or maybe you do know, that we, in particular Brendan Jones, is obsessed with a current affair. And the two of you have a new podcast that looks at all the stories, the behind the scenes, the weird stuff, the funny stuff, and the serious stuff, I'm sure.
Yep.
So welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been great. We've been going a couple of weeks now. And look, you're right, Amanda. We look behind the scenes at A Current Affair. The show's been going for 50-odd years. Yeah. And there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stories I know are very serious, but there's also a lot of stuff that's just fun. Well, fun for us because we're not the people being ripped off by bad tradies, etc.
I'm always impressed by the bravery of you guys. Do you get nervous when you go up to someone's door, you don't know who it's going to be?
Look, I think it's a combination of nervousness and excitement, right, Lizzie?
Yeah, well, you always know because you've got the facts on your side, right? So as nervous as you are, you know, the other person is going to be packing it a lot more because we've finally showed up and they may or may not have been expecting us. So you can put the nerves aside because you know you're on the good guy's side, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing something for a viewer or someone who's come to us with a problem and hopefully we can sort it out.
Is this the kind of thing when you go back to the office you say, wow, you're not going to believe the day I had? Is this kind of what the podcast is a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, spot on. You know, what goes on behind, you know, making TV. And there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
Your clothes for a start, Steve.
Yeah.
You know, your jacket selection, your tie selection.
Do you go the George Negus, the jacket slung over the shoulder? The militia are just over the hill.
Bend the knee, take the knee.
That's what you got to do.
And the crouch.
The George Negus crouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you get older, it must get harder.
The knees aren't what they used to be.
One of my favourite stories, and out of everyone, okay, so there was the ultrasound ogre.
Pregnant mums' most treasured moment, but they're all fake. Hundreds of women fleeced by Australia's ultrasound ogre.
The cul-de-sac of creeps.
The cul-de-sac of creeps. Welcome to Corella Place, where 65 convicted sex offenders live together in the one street.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, Jones, you've plucked a couple of crackers out of the archives
But
there,
my
I've got to say.
favourite one of all time...
There's more, Steve.
...was the serial pervert pastor con man. And so the reporter chased him down, kept taunting him that he was a serial pervert pastor con man, and then he ended up getting the aggrieved to actually repeat that back to him.
You have no idea who I am.
We have no idea who you are. You're a serial pervert con man.
The wrong thing. You would have got this place cleaned up.
Serial pervert con man, aren't you? That's who you are.
I'm a serial pervert con man.
That's his LinkedIn profile now.
And then he fell over.
Yeah, I do recall though, and that is a classic. But you're right, Amanda. I mean, we go beyond that. The show does go beyond that, and it has moved with the times. I mean, you've plucked a couple out of the archives there, Jonesy, which are beauties. But look, you know, the show has moved with the times, and I think we're a bit more sensitive these days, aren't we, Lizzie?
Are we?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I hope you're not too sensitive because I want to listen to the podcast and get the juice.
Yeah, look, you do. I mean, you come across those every now and again. I think the last one was, remember the bloke who climbed up upon the SCG roof during a Wallabies game and did a wee off the roof onto the crowd? Yeah.
Did you have a pun for him? Did he have an alliteration?
Yeah, that was Piddler on the Roof.
Oh,
Piddler on the roof. And you even had the music for it.
And the best thing about that story, Steve Marshall is one of the best bouncers you'll ever see. He followed him for miles throughout Bondi Junction, up the escalator, down the escalator, trying to get an answer out of him.
Yep.
Because, you know, that kind of behaviour, you need to know why.
And what did you find a why?
No, you know what? Not on that. Yeah, not on that occasion. But I have done a few Ks after people. I recall. I'm just looking across at the Harbour Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I recall following a bloke for about 2.5 Ks
on
throughout
foot?
the CBD. Yes, in my RMs.
And with a crew around you?
By that time, the crew had dropped off, and I was just with my iPhone. I was just doing it on my iPhone. Yeah.
Well,
but the bloke, he ran for 2.5 Ks, and I was running next to him, saying, "Mate, do you realise that I came third in my cross country high school championships?"
So you kept right up with him.
He ran right into the Rocks police station. Would you believe? Yeah.
Did you lead him in there, you think?
No, he led me there.
Oh, gee. And the coppers would have thought, hang on, what's the current fare here for? What's happening?
What have I done now?
So the Logies are on Sunday night, and you guys are up for the Gong, which will be great. Ali Langdon is up for
the big one.
Gong.
She's up for the gold. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. So don't go crazy. Don't cause your own disgrace.
No.
I understand that Ali's picking up the tab after the show.
Drugs, prostitutes, and a very expensive steak.
So
I'm only in it for the steak.
And check out new episodes of That's ACA, released every Friday. Steve Marshall, Lizzie Pearl, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for allowing us to plug the pod.
It's
a pleasure.
As it were.
Jam Nation.
Gold 101.7. Hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda Barnesy. He's performing at the Logies on Sunday night.
Yes, he is. I'm going to the Logies. I'm presenting an award, and I'll be here bright and early Monday morning. The Logies, you do red carpet at around 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock is dinner service. That's just to see who in the media can use cutlery. And then the program starts, there's red carpet, and the program, I think, starts at 7:30. It's a long night.
The Married at First Sight contenders have all not been invited. So
Have all not been invited.
They haven't been invited. So it's up to you to show the side boob, because there won't be any.
Well, you could be my side boob, like my second banana.
And where will you be
called
sitting?
me
Are you going
earlier.
to sit at the ABC table?
I am. I'm going with the ABC. I'm sitting with Lee Sales and Lisa Miller, two of my favourite people.
But you want to be at the ACA table.
Look,
They've got all the good stuff.
I will catch up with those two. I don't know if on the night the meal service will include Mexican food with banana through it.
Well,
I feel bad. We just had Lizzie and Steve in here, and the whole studio stinks of a weird meal.
I have on good authority. Ali was telling me this is what's on the menu for the ACA table.
Drugs, prostitutes, and a very expensive steak.
Medium rare, please.
You'll be on the ABC table eating a big plate of seeds.
Oh, this is your lefty thing, isn't it? I'll be eating a plate of seeds.
Like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, because I'll be sitting with a couple of birds.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're doing a gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Gold. You've got 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, like Kelly did yesterday, $1,000.
We offered her the chance to double her money with a bonus question, double or nothing. She chose to take the 1,000. We taunted her anyway and read her the question. She knew the answer, but she was very happy with her $1,000.
How many letters in the alphabet, Kelly? 26. Louis of Macquarie Fields.
Hi, Louis.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. It's your turn to step up to the plate. We have 10 questions. We have 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, okay?
Okay.
All right, Louis, here we go, because here comes question number 1. What season are we currently in?
Winter.
Question 2. What does Winnie the Pooh like to eat?
Honey.
Question 3. What's the colour of go on a traffic light?
Green.
Question 4. The fear of confined spaces is called what?
Claustrophobia.
Question 5. In which country is the El Camino Trail located?
Pass.
Question 6. Who owns Meta?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Question 7. The slogan, "Oh, what a feeling," is for which company?
Toyota.
Question 8. In the Mario Brothers game, what's Mario's brother's name?
Luigi.
Question 9. In AFL, how many points is a goal?
Pass.
Question 10. In which Australian state would you find the 12 apostles?
Victoria.
Back to question 5. In which country is El Camino Trail located?
Mexico.
Oh. Louis, you're doing so well. It was Spain.
Spain Española.
It's Spain. And if you had to have a crack at number 9, in AFL, how many points is a goal?
4?
Oh, it's 6. 6. Oh, Louis, you were powering through.
You played good game.
You played good game.
You played good game.
You heard it here from Brendan.
Thank you. Thank you, Louis.
No
Thanks
worries.
for playing, Louis.
Have a good Wednesday.
Jam Nation.
Did you do a very romantic proposal to Helen? The pressure's on these days because everything's filmed, everything's on socials. Did you do something dramatic and with flowers and rose petals and helicopters?
No. I went to a seafood restaurant called Trawlers and under a hand-drawn caricature by Rolf Harris, I proposed.
A caricature of you or Helen?
No, of Rolf Harris. He'd gone to the restaurant and it's written on the wall.
It was on the wall.
It was on the wall.
Right.
Whether the people of Trawlers wanted him to write on the wall, but it was before he'd been disgraced and when he was a big deal. And so...
Did you choose that spot beneath his portrait?
No, that was the only seat I could get in the restaurant. I wasn't a big deal back then.
Right.
So... I had to sit under that. Sure. Although I'm told by the Trawlers people that was the
prime seat.
That was the prime seat. It's Western Australia. It's Karratha, Western Australia. It's a great seafood restaurant.
Right.
And that's where I proposed.
And did you do anything dramatic? Want to get married?
No, I got the ring and I was going to put it in the champagne glass and I thought,
you might swallow it.
Well, Helen likes
she
likes to neck the drinks.
You don't want to have to be going through a sieve after the evening.
Nothing says romance like a sieve. So that was pretty much it. What about you?
Harley came over and I was at home. We weren't living together at that point. I was writing a script for Beyond 2000. He came over. He was in a suit and he had a bag with him. Oh, my God, what's happened? He said, I've got to come in. And I said, sure. And then he opened the bag and there's a bunch of flowers and it was lovely. So I went and put on a bridesmaid's dress that I had. So much for selfies. We put the self-timer on the camera. I've still got the photo somewhere. But what about this? Everyone these days wants to do a dramatic gesture. I've seen this Iron Man. His name is Christian Moriartiel. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's just completed an Iron Man race. He's completed the race. There's a guy with a microphone there. You know, there's a big deal at the finish. There are people everywhere, people looking on. He decides he's going to pick that minute to propose to his girlfriend. So he goes down on one knee and gets a terrible cramp. Here's how it went.
You want to tell this story and you think he wants to say something.
And he just collapses.
Oh, my God.
He's saying, come on, mate. He's saying, I can't. And he's lying down. And someone's rubbing his bum. Someone's come in to rub the top of his leg.
Because he's cramped up.
Because he's cramped up. And he's like, I can't. He's lying down. And he manages, he's on all fours on his stomach, really. And he opens up the ring box and just sort of looks up at her in terrible pain and she says yes.
Bad time to get a cramp.
Bad time to get a cramp.
Oh, maybe that's something the tribal drum could be for. Bad time to get a cramp. Have you got any stories of this?
Of a bad time to get a cramp?
Come on, baby. Go on.
She said yes.
13:55.
So this isn't about bad proposals. This is just a bad time to get a cramp. And if you're a man of the match, you're off to see Ed Sheeran.
Ooh. I wonder if Ed ever gets a cramp.
You know, when we went to see Ed Sheeran when he was here last time.
Yeah.
You know, Homebush, you have to walk a long way. I walked so far that night that I had to bring my hip surgery forward.
Wow.
Because I was in such pain after walking through Homebush.
Ed Sheeran broke my hip.
Ed Sheeran broke my heart and my hip.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
The tribal drum is beating, and this is something that you brought to the table.
Imagine this. You're an Iron Man, and you think, when I cross the finish line, there's going to be a guy with a microphone, there's going to be people standing around, my girlfriend's going to be there. I'm going to get down on one knee and propose. As he's getting down on one knee, he has a horrendous cramp at the top of his leg.
Gone.
So he collapses. He collapses in agony. His face is completely all twisted and distorted.
There's people rubbing his
People are
hamstring.
pretty much rubbing his bum. And he's lying down and he's opening the box with the ring in it and going, oh, she said yes.
Will those people be around on the wedding night?
Well, don't know. Tribal drum is beating for this. Bad time to get a cramp.
Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. I was in the middle of having radiation treatment for anal cancer and ended up with a cramp in my groin. I called out to them. They came in. There is nothing that they can do to stop the machine because it's rotating around your body.
Oh, Sonia.
But I've had cancer 5 times. I've had anal, which was main, liver, esophagus, right lung, left lung, and I can honestly say I'm 9 years tumour-free.
Oh, brilliant news, Sonia.
That's
brilliant news. But let's go back to that excruciating moment. You're lying there with this cramp. You can't move because you pretty much
You can't move because you're on a table. They've set you up. They've aligned the machine to all your little tattoo dots. And then they go out the room, they hit the button and the machine starts to rotate. And I've just got a cramp in the left groin. I couldn't move. They couldn't stop the machine. I had to sit, I had to actually lay there and put up with the pain from the cramp while I finished treatment.
Oh, Sonia, well, I'm glad that life's going well for you. You are a wonderful success story.
And now this.
Thank you, Sonia.
Jason is with us.
Hi, Jason. Where'd you get a cramp?
Oh, dear. Look, this is a number of years ago before my wife and I actually got married. We were living together and we'd rescued a baby possum that had been abandoned by its mum in our backyard. And my wife is very, very keen to look after small animals. It had been about 5 days that it was living in our bedroom. We'd put it in a VB carton, as you do, with a towel to keep it warm, right? Because that's what you need to do. Anyway, in the middle of the night, in the complete pitch darkness, I'm lying asleep in bed and just felt something crawl over my face. And I realised that I was horrified. I jumped up, I screamed, stark bollocky naked. Obviously, the possum had climbed out of the box, climbed on my face. I fell to the ground with a hammy, cramp, and as if I'd been shot. My wife turned on the light. She couldn't stop laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing she'd ever seen. I looked up, and as I was grimacing in pain, she looked down at me and just said, "My future husband."
Yeah,
there it is.
Screaming like a banshee.
Possum on the face.
Possum on the face. Remember I was playing tennis with Andrew Denton. This is years ago. And I thought exactly as Jason said, you feel like you've been shot in the leg.
Yeah.
I was looking around saying, who has shot me in the leg? I'd done a hammy. And Andrew had to piggyback me from the court and I farted on him. But he still made me drive him home.
Well, because he didn't have his licence to put the L plates
on. We had to get home somehow. Beautiful memories, and thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda. Say unique New York.
Unique New York.
Say old Mother Adelaide Rough Cat Park.
I'm not trying that.
Imagine this. You're trying to propose to your girlfriend. You think, I'm a marathon runner. I'm an Ironman. When I complete this race, there'll be all eyes on me.
Yeah.
There'll be a guy with a microphone, a crowd. I'll go down on one knee and propose to my girlfriend. Instead,
Come on, baby. Go on.
he gets a giant cramp in his hamstring. Someone has to come in and rub his bum. He's lying on the ground. Didn't go according to plan.
The footage is pretty good. Maria has joined us. Hello, Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hello.
Hello. We're discussing bad time to get a cramp. What happened to you?
It's very embarrassing. I was in the middle of doing the deed and, everything's going fine. And then all of a sudden I thought, oh no. And it just hit me in my calf and I started jumping around all over the bed. My partner's freaking out. I couldn't speak. It was so painful. And I started flip-flopping like a fish out of water. And he just kept screaming. I was screaming. And then I said, cramp. And so he just had to grab my leg and massage it. And that was the end of the night of fun.
Oh, that was it.
Luckily, he understood what was happening and didn't think you were just really getting into it.
It was so embarrassing.
Oh, dear.
It is, because it happened to me once.
What happened?
Exactly the same thing.
And what did you do?
Well, there was no one there.
Cramp, you're on your own.
I was by myself. There was no one there to rub it. I was otherwise. Anyway.
Anyway.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You know Amelia Earhart? She says apropos of nothing, you'd think.
Yeah, she was an aviator, a female aviator, a pioneer.
She was, in 1937, she disappeared over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to become the first female pilot to circumnavigate the world.
Yeah.
And they don't really know where she's come down. She was never
shot
found.
down by the Japs. They never, you could say that back then.
Did they find the wreckage?
No, they found nothing.
Weren't there rumours that she ended up on
Coconut Island?
Crab Island. With Love Island. Crab Island with the big coconut crabs.
Coconut crabs, and they just eat everything.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me.
Well,
that's where the crabs get the revenge. All right, yeah.
That's just the rumour.
Yeah. Don't listen to us.
But If you've ever felt, this is what I saw yesterday, if you ever feel like you've been forgotten, just remember that there was another person in the plane when Amelia Earhart went missing. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No, I did not know that.
See my mind blown face.
Yep. That's exactly right. We all know the story of Amelia Earhart. She crashed in somewhere over the Pacific, extraordinary pioneer. There was a navigator with her, and he's also an extraordinary pioneer.
He was a he.
Frederick Noonan. Oh. He became a long-range aerial navigator. His renowned navigation was responsible for many of Pan Am's routes across the Pacific Ocean. By the time Amelia Earhart was preparing for her round-the-world journey, she had heard of Noonan and his long-distance aerial navigation skills. She insisted that he go on the journey with her because of his skills and his experience with Pan Am. He disappeared on that flight with her. And I've never heard of Frederick Noonan. Have you?
I never knew that.
I didn't. I assumed she was on her own.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a problem, getting a guy with the navigation, because he's not going to ask anyone for directions. He should have been flying the plane.
I thought you were going to say something insightful and then you ruined everything. Let's leave it at crabs.
I'll think of that when you're at the Logies or the red carpet and you embarrass me. Oh, actually, I don't want to have anything to do with you.
And you've done that enough yourself.
You'll be off to Crab Island.
Jam Nation.
Halfway point of the year.
Come on now, sing out. It's time for the ghoulies get together.
That means that we're counting down to someone winning $20,000 as our favourite ghoulie of the year.
Yeah, and the $20,000 cash thanks to Marcel's Stocks and Gravies. What have we got today?
Since when did using your phone like a walkie-talkie become a thing? Lately, it seems like there are so many people that just put their phone on speaker and have conversations. Ain't nobody want to hear your damn conversation. Similarly, why do you feel that I want to hear what video you're watching or what movie you're watching? Put some freaking headphones in, dude. I'm going to become the Incredible Hulk soon. That's what gets my ghoulies.
I like it being referred to like a walkie-talkie. That's exactly right. Over.
I'm just in it for the accent.
She sounds great, doesn't she?
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies, guys, is going to the shops to purchase some things, and I go to the counter to pay, and I'm greeted by this lovely 17-year-old young thing, and I put my stuff on the counter, and I'm greeted with, "Hey, babes." Babes? Maybe I heard wrong. So I proceed to buy everything and pay for it, and she farewells me with, "See you later, doll. Have a nice day, honey." Honey? I'm not your honey, sweetheart, okay? I'm 47, you're 17. Mm-mm.
I get this a lot. I get called darling, love by young shop assistants, by girls. It's weird.
Yeah.
I find it very weird.
You're in the wrong shop, love, and you're in your car. It's not a drive-through. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app.
Jam Nation.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a double pass to see Ed Sheeran's Loop Tour. Tickets are on sale now. He's here in February 13, 14, 15 next year.
Sheeran.
Head to frontiertouring.com.
Jonesy and Amanda T-Tail as well. That's coming your way.
We're chatting about a guy who wanted to propose to his girlfriend. He's an Iron Man. He knows there's a big event. He's crossing the finish line. All eyes are on him. Suddenly, he goes down on one knee and collapses with a giant cramp.
Yeah, while he's doing a proposal.
Come on, buddy. Go on.
She kind of said yes as he's lying completely collapsed.
The tribal drum was
beating for bad time to get a cramp. And Sonia from Box Hill knows a thing or two about cramping at the wrong time.
I was in the middle of having radiation treatment for anal cancer and ended up with a cramp in my groin. I called out to them. They came in. There is nothing that they can do to stop the machine because it's rotating around your body.
Poor Sonia, she's there. Now this? Come on.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, we're back for Jam Nation at 6 o'clock.
Yes, of course. Tomorrow we're back with. We're still doing your full footy tips.
Yes, we are. I didn't do so well last week, but yes, I'm sharpening my. What are they called? Wit. Darts. My blades, my wit, my darts as we speak.
Madigan has the golden ticket to the biggest music event of the year, the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Make sure you tune in for Brian. And we, as Amanda say, will be back from 6 tonight.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Lindsay and Amanda.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.